Next, we're going to do some SPF. Hear me out. Hear me out. As a wolf, you're not necessarily, caring about the sun, but your skin underneath that fur is incredibly tender. A normal wolf that isn't a werewolf doesn't have to worry about this kind of stuff because they're a wolf all the time. You lose a ton. Hi there. Welcome in. How may I help you today here at the Werewolf skincare routine shop? Okay, you're here for a skincare routine before you're turning. Totally makes sense. The full moon is tomorrow, so yes. So, do you have an appointment with us? No, it's your first time? Okay. Let me just write that down here. Okay. So, I'm just going to get a few basic information, some basic information from you. And I'm going to explain everything as to what's happening, why this is important, just company policy, So, what is your first and last name? Okay. Okay. And since when have you been a werewolf? Okay. Since 2011. It's been a while. Are you the alpha of your pack? Okay. You're the sigma. Okay. I know there's new terms for werewolves nowadays. I'm not a werewolf myself, so I don't know. But now would you say that your turning has been painful? Like every month when the full moon is out, and when you turn into a wolf, is it painful? Yes, okay. And would you say that being a werewolf and turning every month is a detriment to your mental health? Okay. Okay, well, we've got a lot to work with here. Now, to start, I have to say that, you likely feel that your turning is a bit of a nuisance, probably because it's quite painful, and we don't like going through pain. But here at the Werewolf Skincare shop, we are able to help with that. Now, you might ask, why? How? We just do skincare, and we do it on when you are not a werewolf. So, what's the purpose? Well, the purpose is that when you do skincare before you turn, so this is the perfect time for you to have come, because when you do it, it softens the skin, makes it prepared for when the fur breaks out, when your muscles bulge. And what ends up happening is that you'll end up having such smooth, glossy fur. You may be the sigma of your pack, but you're going to go a step beyond that, right? You're going to be a tier above sigma. It's going to be amazing. So it's really, you're going to have plus aura, as they say. So what we're going to do then is we're just going to do werewolf specific skincare. So if you are ready, we can just get started. Okay? Yeah, we can totally do that. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to have to work on our what are they called? Blackheads. Now this is important because what blackheads end up doing is that because it's a clog in the skin, in humans, it's just a little clog in the skin. You can probably push it out, or you can use a sort of acid to help reduce it gradually. But unfortunately, when you have something like that as a werewolf, it only gets worse as you turn, because you have hair that's trying to like pierce through your skin all around the blackhead. So the seepage from the blackhead goes all under the skin, and it's really detrimental. So it ends up causing a lot of rashes. It ends up like, sometimes depending on the location, it can even cause some like sickness and infections. So it's really important that we deal with that first. So I'm going to start with getting a Q-tip. Q-tips are pretty important. Don't use them on your ears. You know, maybe when you're in werewolf form, but I don't think you can finesse this. So, whoop, dropped it. Let me get another one for you. You know, we want to be sanitary here. So, just get one. And then we're going to get some acid. We're just going to put a little bit on like that. Just a little bit. Okay. And then from here, I'm just going to, let me actually pull up my sleeves here. Just going to get close here. And I'm just going to go in and, yeah, okay. Just, okay. Yeah. So this, I'm getting rid of any of the blackheads that you have, putting some acid and some cleanser on it, but while also inspecting your skin here. So I can just kind of see that like you've really been hurt by your transformations. It's really not good here. You should have come to us earlier. We would have helped prevent some of these scarrings that you have. Yeah, but you know, everybody has their own journey, and every scar is beautiful. So you do not need to worry. This is only to make you feel comfortable, not to do anything else. Let's just okay. So just relax here. You know, try to enjoy just the feeling of the little Q-tip rubbing up against your skin here. Need a little bit more actually. Got it right here. So just there and there we go. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay. Alright, now I just did it on your face, but I can leave you a new bottle of acid for you. You can just sort of spread it onto like your back and your chest. We don't do that because that ends up being like a lot of time. And that isn't something that we really have just with these like 30-minute appointments, especially walk-in appointments. But actually I see another one. Okay. All right then. So time to dispose of that. Then I just gotta close that. And we are good with that. Next, how often do you trim your nails? Fairly often? Okay, that's good. How often do you file your nails? You don't. Okay. Filing your nails is very important when it comes to a werewolf. You see, for a normal human like me, filing nails is pretty important, but it's not the end of the world. But for a werewolf, I don't know if you've noticed, but a lot of werewolves tend to, when they go from human to wolf, the claws that come out from your fingernails end up being either like split or like really painful because they don't know where to go. You need to file your nails to be pointed, because if they're pointed, then the fingernail knows the direction to grow. It's simple mathematics and physics, really. we're just here to spread the information. So I'm just going to have to use this. This is just all my little things for nails and scraping stuff off of the skin. So we're just going to start with a normal here, because your nails tend to be look a little bit long. So if you can give me your hands. Okay, there we go. And then just okay. Yeah, you see what I'm doing? I'm doing like one on each side of a finger. Yes, that's sort of what you need to do, okay? So just there we go. Okay. Yeah, and you have some calluses as well. Remind me to get you a lotion that will help with that. You know, it's the kind of thing where you want the calluses, because your calluses end up being the paw pads that wolves end up having. So you want to make sure to do something about those where you're keeping them soft and nice. Because the way that we are these days, I think back in sort of like the werewolf caveman days, the calluses needed to be rough because you needed to go through all of, fighting for your food and that sort of thing. But nowadays, what are werewolves doing aside from like, being CEOs and like, exploiting people like the rest of us, right? So you just need to make sure you come off as soft and demure. Okay. Please excuse our store kitten. Okay, so we just have a bit more here, and we are, hold on, there we go. Right done with that. So now we just need to take some of the dirt off that's still there beneath your nails. That's pretty important to do. Also, please let me know if I'm over explaining myself. It's definitely something where, I'm not a werewolf. I'm just speaking from the experience of other werewolves that I've tended to. But what we're going to need to do here is get in under your nails, because doing that will end up causing your claws to come out nice, clean, and pristine. You want that because you want, when people look at you and you're like in wolf form, they want to see a wolf that like sparkles, a wolf that is able to stand out from amongst the crowd of wolves, so we're just trying to get your wolf form to your current form, so that they match, your current sigma form. You're gonna, yeah. So hands again, please. So just, there we go. And then just there, and okay. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. Good. Okay. Next, we're going to do some SPF. Hear me out. As a wolf, you're not necessarily, caring about the sun, but your skin underneath that fur is incredibly tender. A normal wolf that isn't a werewolf doesn't have to worry about this kind of stuff because they're a wolf all the time. You lose a ton of hair when you go from wolf form to human form. And so what needs to happen is you need to have protective measures against your skin to ensure you don't get skin cancer, to ensure that you are able to be as protected from the UV light from the suns as the rest of us. Okay? And this is a fun fact. You know how clothes have an SPF, right? Like after a certain amount of time in the sun, the sunlight, your clothes will stop protecting you from the UV rays or as effectively. It's still pretty good, but your fur sort of acts like that as well. If with enough time in the sun, sunlight is getting through and we need to protect against it. So just got to use some SPF here. I'm going to put this on your face, but I'm going to also include a new version of this. See, like, this is not just me doing your skincare, right? I'm giving you a routine. I'm giving you something that will help you in the future. So, just... Okay, and then just a little bit right there. Putting it on your face here, under your eyes. Just actually, let me. There we go. That way I can just use all my fingers here to get it in there. Yeah. Oh, you have a little scratch there. Oh yeah. Yeah, there you go. Ah, yeah. Good. Soft. Good. Okay. Might need a little bit more here. There we go. Just a bit more. Get that in there. Okay, yeah. And then just this side, make sure it's all swiped proper. And then this side, make sure it's all swiped and proper. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And so from here, we need to talk about the elephant in the room. Mtin. We're going to need it. Now, if you don't know what Mtin is, it's a lotion that you need to put on fairly frequently, and it'll help break down the skin so it's mostly used in humans when their hair does not have like sufficient like pierce to pierce the skin. So what ends up happening, it looks sort of like strawberry skin, if you know what that is. So this sort of doubles as like a really good way for to help with sort of werewolf transformations. A lot of the pain, aside from like your muscles bulging and rupturing, is just your skin tearing from just the amount of hair that's coming out. The Mtin ends up being a lifesaver in terms of pain. So we're just going to grab a bit of the Mtin here. And I have it in this like serum form, but you can get it in many different forms, and we offer it in many different forms here. Yeah. So just... Okay. So stay still for me. Just... Okay, just a bit more. Okay. from here, just going to wipe it up here. There you go. This will be the last thing, because that's all that's important here, is to make sure that you have the proper ingredients. And so if you do this for a lot of your body, you will see tomorrow you're going to feel fantastic. You know, okay, there you go. Just doing that. Cheeks. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're looking real good. It's looking good here. Okay. There you go. So just make sure you are following these routines, these steps, nails, blackheads, and Mtin. Those are the most important parts. You know, it's truly a lifesaver. Okay, so just from there. Okay, that's it, and that'll be all. I mean, we'll have all of the items for you up at the cashier, so you'll just be able to walk over there, tell them that I serviced you, and, you know, I am totally happy with just you having a good time. So don't even tell them, like, don't worry about paying for my services. Just make sure you grab the items so that you're able to actually transform tomorrow and have a pleasant time. And when you come back next time, you will see. We'll chat about it. Okay. All right then. All right. Bye-bye now.